Ooh, what's up, Internet? My name's Nerdy.
And I'm Claru.
And this is The Wheel of Time. Season 3, Episode 6. Yeah, that one. Yeah, this one's In the Shadow of the Night, I think.
Oh.
Or The Shadow in the Night? The Shadow in the Night.
Oh.
Shadows at night are weird, because there's no sun. So where does the shadow come from?
Or is it all
Asking the real
shadows, because the fades can, like...
Oh, there's going to be a lot of fades in this episode, aren't there?
That's my guess. I don't know. That title is kind of what it sounds like, but who knows?
Let's find out, man. Let's do this. If you want that full reaction, go to patreon.com/nerdynightly. But if you don't, stay here, because you're already here. In this video, it's about to begin.
Drowning.
Oh, shit. Fuck yeah, girl. Get him.
Jeez.
The show really wants me to be on Leandrin's side. Yeah.
I mean...
Let's fucking go.
Hard to be mad at her for that. Like, I do love that they dressed him like a pimp, though. In like a leopard print robe.
Huh.
Is that a statue with the collar on it?
I can't really tell. Maybe, though.
That's your name, right? Would you like some help?
Damn.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Like, I get that Leandrin's not a great person.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, the show really wants me to like her.
Yeah.
Murdering guys who take child brides.
Yeah. Kidnapping children from the White Tower, selling people into slavery. She's a really good person.
See, those are the bad things.
Yeah.
I'd said.
And what shall I do when I have her?
Kill her. You have until tomorrow.
All right. Fucking love Gideon.
You might want to take it easy on those beads.
What?
Number of beads tell your price.
I admire the confidence.
What?
You're a more expensive prostitute if you have more beads.
Nynaeve and I will handle anything that requires a bit more subtlety.
Is she always like this?
Oh, yeah, both.
I feel...
Nynaeve's gonna be subtle? Elaine, this isn't your first season. Matt's price is very high.
I don't know if I could live with something covering my face.
I mean,
The,
we got
like,
through years of
tickling.
COVID, so
We never went outside.
that's true.
She's studying with the wise ones, learning about our people as you should.
Okay, here we
Wow,
go.
Okay. There you go.
Yeah.
These are my squashes. You see how fat they get? We'll harvest my garden when they are ripe. Only then will your toe be repaid, Randall Thor.
She's my favorite character on the whole show.
I know, right?
I love her.
I want a show about her. Is Lanford gonna kill her?
Are my squashes. Look at how thick they are.
You handled yourself well enough for a climber. Well enough.
God. I'm amazed he's on his feet.
I'm amazed he's not dead, considering apparently he walked all the way back with an open knife wound.
Yeah.
He requires healing.
So, about that.
You'll be fine.
I'm afraid she's in no shape to heal anyone.
Alana is the pincushion.
Maxim's fine.
He only had like one crossbow bolt.
And a stab wound to the stomach.
Oh, yeah.
Didn't he? So many people got stabbed, I can't even remember who got stabbed where. Hey!
He is here.
With the Trollocs.
I bet the river under her that you don't know a thing about getting a woman to take off her veil.
You speak like a true Tarragona.
Why wouldn't I?
Look at Elaine with the accent work. Who sings about the Horn of Valir, babe?
Ah, gotcha. I was like,
And who's supposed to be here, babe?
well.
Mountains.
Oh, bloody Marilyn!
No.
No.
How could I forget? You left me for dead fighting a bloody fate.
Yes, that was me. Come on, come for a drink on me. If you're lucky, I might tell you who blew the horn of the Levitt.
So Swan was like, stop fucking telling people.
I know.
You're not drinking?
They're both for you. You need to loosen up.
She handles her liquor only slightly better than you.
I don't know about that.
That one was on me. But if you have any other friends who want to know what the future holds, you know where I am.
Well done, Min.
Yeah, no, that's a great use of her powers. I really like that.
Nah. She kills him.
Yeah.
Her undercut is so cool.
Yeah. She's so fucking weird.
What the fuck? I get that she's evil, but like...
Your dream is your domain, Egwene.
Nothing's working.
See it clearly in your mind and then make it so.
I thought they were going to be more upset with her for breaking the rules.
Yeah, me too.
They were mildly displeased.
Yeah.
Yeah, girl, let's go.
Wow, Lanfear really does love this wheel.
Did you like what you saw last night, or did you prefer him when he was just a shepherd boy?
What? They've fucked.
I like a lot for years.
Do I go mad?
Sometimes.
Sometimes. Sidene and Sidon are not the same. The male
It's the one power.
Whoa!
If the IU and the Forsaken have told me anything, is that the Aes Sedai don't know everything about it.
Run.
They're like, what if? 16 episodes into the show.
We introduced the two different.
We start talking about the power properly, and also occasionally show Rand weaving without seeing the weave, so that we understand what people can see. What if we do that in season 3, episode 6? We'll make it really kind of murky until then.
Better late than never.
I should have known he tried to stop her. She killed him. Her own son.
What?
I know sometimes I forget stuff that...
Yeah, but that's not...
Okay.
The first time the Trollocs came, we hadn't fought anything off before, let alone monsters.
But now look at those biceps.
There's so much darkness in this wildfire. But when I look at you, all I see is light.
Honestly, though, Fael helping Perrin get over Layla?
That's
banging.
Yeah, I do appreciate that. Is that? Yeah.
Yep.
I hear you're having some trouble with the kindly folk of the Two Rivers. Maybe I can help with that.
Why does he look so confused?
Who?
Eamon Valda there is like, yeah.
And you're the blasted hornblower.
Bash no yatanot no de soy no taisarai.
And you learned Old Tongue.
Oh shit. Yeah, I suppose I have.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I did.
Leandrin, Kirali.
Yes.
You stay away from that one, boy.
You shouldn't drink if you can't hold your liquor.
I'm not so drunk I can't see the daughter of bloody Andor before me.
As she does.
A Gleeman's apprentice. Then, have us a song.
The song everyone in our fine city knows would have to be The Hills of Tanchico.
The hills of... Are you sure?
Or don't you, old man?
Old man.
Oh no.
Go on then.
This is the rich person's thing though of like, yeah, of course she had a tutor that taught her music.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, of course. No, I mean, she's gonna be great.
Yeah, Tom. Yeah.
Oh, he was probably her tutor.
Yeah. That's why he's like, "Are you sure?"
He knows how bad she is.
Tell you would tell of a lad of 20.
Never mind.
Nah, crushing it.
A terror-born boy with coin aplenty.
Okay.
And more's a pity.
In the accent too. Late's fucking crushing it. That's so funny.
I don't know if 3 is actually too many, but that's fine. Wow. Wow. Tom is like, you sure?
That's my friend. Nynaeve, I sang about titties.
Wow. That was incredible.
Why don't I buy you around and you tell me all about her?
Oh, fuck.
What are you doing?
Oh, I've been experimenting with your weaves.
Damn, that looks great.
But once we get in there, we'll find it. I have powerful allies.
I know you do. But I don't need any of the Chosen to help me, because I'm going to become one of them.
Leandrin developing a bullet weave was not what I expected.
Yeah.
We heard Ilona Sty got hurt trying to save us. We wanted to thank her.
And on here, look. You love getting thanked.
You love getting thanked. Twin powers activate.
Good. Oh my God.
Okay. You can just do that as your first weave.
Well, it's not their first, clearly.
I think it's their first intentional one.
I told you there were channelers in these mountains.
They're like 13. You're gonna send them to war?
Your eyes, why are they so gold?
I'm something called a wolf brother.
He's
Damn,
like,
they're
I keep
sharing
having
everything.
this conversation.
Well, are you actually serious about it?
Of course I'm serious about it. I'm going to find it, too.
I have bad news for you.
Sorry.
He's gonna immediately share.
Let's go on.
Does he have the photo?
Does he have the horn?
I'm gonna
Yeah,
give
he
it to
has
my
the image
sister.
of Matt.
You see that? It's my friend Matt Coffin.
The actual horn of Valir.
Yes,
And that's your friend.
Matt.
He's from here.
Matt.
Your friend found the horn and blew it?
So...
This woman you've known for like 4 days just told you her mom is a dark friend. And you're like...
Oh?
Oh!
Perrin är bara... That's not fair.
Okay, he still has a knife wound there.
That's why she's getting on top, obviously.
Sure, her thigh just went...
Her thigh is down here and his stab wound is in the side.
Get the little girls to come heal him first.
Heard you needed some healing.
That's really pretty.
Oh my god, they are.
They are toasted.
Wasted.
Is she just on Encore? Someone set their Spotify to repeat.
Yeah. Yeah, she's just been doing it over and over again because now Matt knows the words.
Hello? This might be the funniest episode of the show, weirdly.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just saved the lane from the pointy side of a blade.
Nynaeve never met Tom.
No.
That's wild.
Sorry.
I didn't find your collar, but I found the bracelet like the picture you showed me.
In one night?
You're working at the Linnox.
No, my dad runs a shop down the old docks.
Oh.
And 2 of the 5 the Dark Lord's hunting are in Tanchico.
Oh, God.
Jesus.
Watch where Leandrin goes next.
After we get some Nynaeve some hair of the dog in the morning.
Oh, sorry. We don't need anything. Thank you.
What the fuck?
Shit.
I can see you both clearly.
I don't know what they're doing.
In my time, we would have beaten that out of you.
In the books, they would have too. Sorry, book spoiler.
There was no one else that Emmeline could trust to find Leandrin and the Black Archer.
And what have you found out so far? Their names?
Oh, fuck. They're about to give over the collar. Or the bracelet. Ooh. That was well done.
Mm-hmm.
You'll remember nothing that happened here. Except that I came knocking on the wrong door.
God, Moghedin's great. She's crushing
She's
it.
terrifying.
Yeah.
We should put the bracelet in a safe place. The bracelet.
Where is it?
Nynaeve. Your face.
Matt's gonna be pissed.
You met the wise ones, and you haven't given me a second thought. That's what you do. And that's what you've always done.
Oh, fuck. Rant.
It's already happened then. The madness.
You're crazy.
We both know the truth, Egwene. You don't want me.
Dude, you're sleeping with another woman.
Yeah, I don't...
It's a terrible fucking argument.
Yeah.
I caught you fucking a woman. You don't want me. What kind of comeback is that?
But also, like, hey, I know you were traumatized and, like, put in slavery and that we had some, like, rough spots, but I'm with this one now. This one who's, like, evil. God, if I
didn't know.
Jesus. It's like
Avienda with swords?
Veiled with a wise one cloak.
Why is she swinging fire swords?
I don't know.
I thought swords were a big no-no. Wow.
Did he just kill Samael?
Oh, well, he can't be killed by some fucking rocks, but definitely fucked him up real good. I really liked that shot.
Yeah. Oh no, all the visuals there look great. And Avienda with the fire swords was like a nice long take.
It still looked good. No, I knew it.
Life is a dream from which we all must wake.
No. No.
Oh, shit.
Run.
Wow. I'm surprised they didn't go for that a little bit more.
Go for what? How fucking far did you want them to go?
We'll talk about it in Books Fighters. That was a lot.
You would tell of a lad of 20.
Damn.
The hills of Tanchico. Damn, that was a lot of episode. We're kind of back to the show doing some baffling things that I genuinely don't understand.
Yes.
But also some of it's so good.
Yeah. 100%. I feel like so like polarized right now.
By Samael being dead.
He's not dead.
He's there, like...
No.
They cut over to his body at the end there.
Oh, I thought it was just the hammer.
No, Moraine looked over and Samael's like corpses there.
Yeah, but when Ishamael died the first time, he like came back. He only like died for real. I remember when like he got
Rand
stabbed
walked
with
into
the
him slowly?
magic. Yeah.
I guess so. Maybe they just have Samael now.
I don't know, but like
can I say one thing?
Yeah.
That is not a book spoiler. Same with like the spanking joke earlier. It's not really a book spoiler. The Aiel in the show aren't very aware of anything going on, and it is.
What do you mean by that?
That whole final fight happens, and like Moraine and Lan like slowly walk over around the corner. Where are all the Aiel being like, "Hey, someone is attacking Cold Dark's hold right now." Like the entire place should be a buzz.
Yeah.
And the weird thing about the show,
There should be a swarm of people.
there should be hooping and hollering, bails up, spears out.
Yeah.
It's very odd, and the languid pace with which Moraine walked around the corner when like a building just came down is a little crazy to me.
Yeah.
Like all of the wise ones should be running over because they should feel the channeling. There's just some things like that where I'm like, this is such a huge deal in a confined space where you're telling me that like they're surrounded by the warriors who are like the most fucking on it.
And the most ready to jump in.
And they're literally, like Avienda showed up, great, she crushed it. The fire swords is a bit weird, but was great. I actually thought the action scene in this, partially because the contrast of the light and the darkness was really well done. I enjoyed how dark the scene was, and then having the fight be so much about the power and how the one power lights the fight and how the fire lights the fight. I thought that stuff was actually very good.
No, visually.
Just in the aftermath of that, there should have been, the entire town should have showed up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Even
Like
if
that
they
girl's
didn't-
mom should have been there.
Yeah, even if they didn't like jump in, right? Because he hasn't proven himself yet. So like if even if they didn't jump into the fight, but the whole fucking thing shook. Like they should be running to see what's up.
Yeah, so I found that a little bit weird.
Yeah, that scene was like too empty.
Well, and
for being in the middle of like a city,
it was just. I'm not gonna lie. I think that from the point where Rand and Egwene start talking about Lanfear to the end, they just tried to accomplish too much too fast.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that there's some of those beats that deserved a little bit more time than they got.
Okay.
And instead, we just kind of got Rand being very weird about the Lanfear thing. As if, Egwene isn't 100% right that it's insane that he's sleeping with a Forsaken.
No, I know. And unfortunately, I don't think that this resolution was ever going to work for me.
That's true.
Because Egwene and Rand had this relationship. Like,
yeah.
I really don't know what they could have done to make that work. And so, yeah, it doesn't really work for me.
But they chose to write themselves to this point.
Oh, 100%. No, I agree. It is their own, fault for getting to that spot. But I'm just kind of, not surprised that, they did some kind of, cringy reasoning, CW-esque reasoning.
Red being I'm the Dragon Reborn and I'm still not enough. And she's like, you're cheating on me.
Yeah.
Last night, within the last 24 hours, you were sleeping with a woman who released the Dark One upon the world and murders people.
We also came here to get away from the Forsaken, and you're like, I want to bring this one with me though. She's hot.
Yeah, no, 100%. But the problem with that now is that the Forsaken. And this is, I complain about the same thing in the books, right? The Forsaken have no reason to fail at anything ever. Genuinely. Because Lanfear can just murder anyone she wants in the dream world at any time. Because apparently she can just pull people out of their dreams into Tel'aran'rhiod and knows where everyone is. And there is an element of book dream world that keeps this a little the stakes are a little bit higher there.
Well, and also the rules are a little more strict.
And so even the Forsaken have to be a little bit more careful. But here it's the Forsaken can just find anyone, do whatever the fuck they want. And it's well, why aren't they just killing people? What reason? Mo Gideon giving the reason why she lets Nynaeve and Elaine live, I'm grateful for. But there's so much of the show, I'm why is anyone alive? These characters can just do what they want.
Yeah.
It's so flimsy. And by making the dream world be literally Leandrin can just do fucking anything there is kind of crazy.
Egwene can do anything there.
Or sorry, Lanfear.
Yeah, Egwene can do anything there. Lanfear can do anything there. I do think that it is going to the conveniences in the show are going to start becoming a little bit overwhelming.
Yeah.
If you have this realm where anything can happen and no one is using that to their advantage, right?
Or that no one's there's no fear or there's no concern by anyone.
Yeah.
It just seems it just seems all too willy-nilly.
Yeah, I was hoping to get a little bit more clarification on the rules of that in this episode, right? Because last episode we kind of brought it up and I was like, I think that there's definitely some room to solidify the rules here and make it a little less convenient, right? And unfortunately, the scene where I thought would be a good opportunity for that at the beginning was nothing. Bayer
the wise ones were barely upset.
The wise ones were like, "Oh, damn, some lady.
We told you not to do that.
Your dreams. That's really tough." I thought there'd be more repercussions for Egwene there, and more explanation for the audience about what you can and cannot do in Tel'aran'rhiod, and what makes Egwene different. I don't want to get into book spoilers. Right, but there are obviously more layers to this and more complications that the show isn't really investigating, and so it makes it work less for me because it seems like it is more just a convenience that no one is then taking advantage of. It's very odd. It's very odd.
Let's get into some positives because there is great stuff in this episode. I thought
fantastic stuff.
This was some of the best Min stuff on the show so far.
Min was great. The humor.
I like Min and Nynaeve, the two people who I think have been least served by the show.
Had great.
I thought we're both given great stuff to do this episode.
I agree. I love the development of their relationship.
Yeah, agreed.
I loved how they reintroduced Tom. I think that was was fun. It worked for me. And how, getting the song and with, Elaine, I think that we saw I think that we saw really interesting stuff from that entire group in this episode. Either growth or changes or developing of relationships in a way that that really worked for me, that I really loved.
I'm not gonna lie. I understand why they gave them the bracelet so that it could get taken away immediately because they wanted the dope Gideon moment.
Yeah.
I wish it had been
that's...
somehow not, hey, that photo you showed me earlier this evening, I just went to the store and got it and came back.
Oh, the guy who found it? He didn't even get a photo. Matt was like, hey, I'm looking for this shit, right? And some guy was like, oh yeah, some dude sells these bracelets. Here, you want one?
Unless Tanchico is supposed to be over multiple days, but it seems like that was one night. Right?
No, that's one night.
Yeah,
it is one night for Alana. It is one night for Tanchico, and it is one night for Leandrin. Like, yeah.
I didn't love the convenience of that.
Yeah, this episode took place over the course of one single day.
Like, I wish they'd introduced that guy last episode.
Yeah.
And Matt had been drinking with him at the end of last episode or something, so that when he shows up in this episode, it didn't just feel like, oh,
he literally left
remember
for
earlier?
1 hour.
You know that like wildly important artifact that there's a statue of in this famous statue that everyone knows about except Elaine?
No, the other two statues. Here's the thing. It is definitely convenient. But the statues thing, they don't exist anymore. No one's seen them. That art that Leandrin showed them, nobody has. Like, no one knows that the bracelets actually matter. If he had walked up with the fucking collar, I would have been like, yeah, that's literally on a fucking historical landmark outside. There's no way in hell. But one of the bracelets, I was like, okay, he doesn't know what the fuck this is. Some guy sells antiques and, like... But yeah, leaving and coming back within an hour, when, correct me if I'm wrong, Matt was looking for the collar and not the bracelet?
No, he's looking for both.
He was? Because I heard him he's like, what if a guy was looking for like a nice necklace thingy?
At that point, Matt doesn't know that there's a second bracelet.
No. But they don't know that...
Because they don't find that out until Tom tells them about it.
But they don't know that Leandrin has a bracelet.
Yes, they do. They know that she took the bracelet from the White Tower.
They do?
Yeah.
I don't think that
in this version... Nynaeve and Elaine know that she took the bracelet.
Okay.
The Aes Sedai that died.
Because this is like book spoilers. They get a list, right, of stuff that was taken.
They got the list in this as well.
They did get a list.
Yeah, they got the photos. Yeah.
No, you are so right. That is completely my bad.
There's really great character stuff in this episode. I liked Rand and the girl.
As soon as...
at the garden. I like that they showed that. It's one of the weird things about Cold Dark's Hold now in hindsight. I wish that they had established it. And now I'm realizing they're not really doing any establishing shots on the show.
No,
it's like they don't have the budget for it. But
like
nothing
I said,
is really like established in a way that makes sense. The wide shot of Tanchico was kind of meaningless. I realized it didn't help me frame where anything was. No. And the wide shot of Cold Dark's Hold doesn't... The places that we then go into, the sets, don't seem to fit into the wide.
No, some of those are just like for aesthetics.
Sure, no, and I get that. I just think... I think that this season has not done a good job of establishing shots. I think a lot of the visuals are very good. Mm-hmm. I don't think the establishing shots have been very strong.
Right.
In terms of helping me understand kind of what's going on.
No, Cold Dark's Hold definitely feels a lot smaller than I would have imagined. But like I said last episode, I think that they are saving their budget for the Golden Bowl, right?
I hope so. I really do, man. Like, I'm trying to think, is there anything that was kind of the whole episode. Oh, the Perrin stuff was aggressively fine. It was aggressively like, all right, whatever.
I liked their chemistry and their, like, him and Fail's dynamic.
Yeah.
But the actual information presented in those conversations is wild to me, and we have to go to book spoilers to talk about that. We also have to go to book spoilers to talk about Alana, so I
just think Alana teaching those girls to heal massive injuries, fine.
No, I want to talk about it.
Okay, but like for the show version of this, all right, you've kind of... They keep making the magic systems as simple as possible, and the removing the complexity, in my opinion, is a lot less fun.
Here's what I will say.
Because now it's just convenient. Anyone who can channel can learn how to heal a stab wound in 5 seconds.
Here's what I will say that I think is really disappointing. They have taken away one of the things that makes Nynaeve interesting.
Oh, 1,000%, yeah.
And that's all I'll say, because the rest is spoilers.
Yeah.
But like, I think that is gonna... think it's the wrong choice, personally.
I think that they need to stop just using the one power as a catch-all for them being allowed to have violence that doesn't make any sense. And I think it's unfortunate for the show. I do. I actually think that you lessen the quality of the violence and the value of it and the stakes of it when it is... this whole season has been wildly convenient in terms of the ability for characters to be back up to 100. And look, I get it. I play Dungeons & Dragons. I love Dungeons & Dragons. Long rests are bullshit. But that's a game.
Yeah.
The game has to make sense, right? You have to be able... Like, Dungeons & Dragons wouldn't work if you had to take a 6-month break every time your character got stabbed.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be fun.
Yeah.
But this isn't D&D.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? As much as we might joke about things and how they would work in D&D, this isn't D&D. And to give them kind of this, like, long rest capability, which... When it was Swan healing... Even Swan healing Aleda is so beyond Swan's abilities as a healer because she's not a yellow, right? There's a whole Aja that's supposed to be the people that do this. It's not just like a general skill that everybody has.
Yeah.
And so now at this point in the show, it's like, well, even children can learn it immediately. So like, why wouldn't everyone be able to heal any wound?
Yeah.
If these fucking girls can listen to her talk about a plant one time and they can heal 9 fucking arrow wounds from the fucking garden metaphor, how are any Aes Sedai ever going to have any stakes in the show? As long as someone near you can channel...
Well, and what's the point of having the different Ajas?
What's the point of having a healing Aja when that level of healing is just trivial?
Yeah.
That's what it is. They've trivialized it.
Yeah. I think that's the right way to put it. I
feel like we're being very negative. I liked the episode. I honestly had a good time.
I wanted to acknowledge that I actually did quite enjoy most of this.
But
like,
the Tanchico stuff really is what I liked about it. Like, I was really into the Tanchico stuff.
Yeah. I would put, like, this episode, like, kind of on par with last week's. Like, they've just made choices that I'm very about. But in terms of the quality of the acting in the scenes, that was mostly pretty consistent. Again, I knew that the Egwene Rand stuff wasn't going to work for me. And so I was prepared that it was going to be a little cringy. And it was. And that's fine. But I do think that the emotional beats were very well played. I think that the Rand and Moraine scene was really good. Their relationship is so complicated.
Oh god, no, that scene was fantastic.
Yeah, their relationship is so complicated and multi-layered, and I think that scene really showed that. Like showcased that in a way that wasn't flashy. It was just kind of two actors doing their thing. Brilliantly done.
Yeah,
loved that scene. I really want to give props.
They mentioned Setter Inside In.
They did.
They actually are starting to discuss it. Took 3.5 seasons, but because the Seafarer discussion of it last episode I thought was also great, right?
Yeah.
It took 3.5 seasons,
yeah.
But we are finally talking about the magic system in the Wheel of Time as if it's the Wheel of Time, and I appreciate that. I genuinely appreciate that.
Yeah.
Does it conflict a lot with previous things they've done on the show? Unfortunately, yes.
Mm-hmm.
But I would rather them move forward with the intention of being more right about it than keeping it nebulous. Even though now Teleran Riod is like, I don't know, man. Teleran Riod.
I also have to say, I'm liking what they're doing with Mogideon right now.
Oh, Mogideon's fucking great.
Yeah.
I also like what they're doing with Life here. I think the villains... And we didn't even talk about Leandrin. Starting this episode with the Leandrin stuff, Leandrin's so good. Like, the actress... And I've been saying this since season 1, right?
Yes.
Like, I've always loved her performance.
Yes.
I think she's so good.
Yeah.
And I genuinely love the idea of really diving into why she's evil. Because it is such a... I'll talk about that in book spoilers.
Yeah.
I will say, killing all the Black Aja ladies off is a weird choice to me, honestly.
Still have 3 left, right?
I know, but it is kind like the fun of having to fight the group of them later would have been nice. Now it is kind of like we only have to get past Leandrin because everyone else is dead.
Well, no, there's still 3 of them.
Yeah, but there's the other Black Aja that are left. I don't know who they are. They've killed off all of the people who I recognize. I don't know who the other 2. You know what I mean? They're just I don't really know them. They kind of killed off the 2 that I had any emotional investment in as an audience member. going into interactions.
I
with
don't know
main
who
cast,
the
so.
blue was. The blue had like fucking like 0 lines until she died.
I know. And that's the closest I have to know who they are. I don't know who the others are at all.
Yeah.
The brown that attacked Perrin.
Yeah.
I'm sad she's dead. I was like, no, wait, no, she's great.
I know.
She's crushing it. Why kill her for this scene? I guess to have fewer people. I don't know. But I thought the Leandrin scenes were fantastic.
Yeah.
The weave when she is
yeah.
when she kills her, the way she like twists that down, that was cool as hell. The way it looked like a flower, but then at the bottom it looked like a dart, and like the blend of those two imageries together.
The visualization of the One Power, I think, has been fantastic.
Oh yeah, all the shit around Rand.
Yeah, I want to like the
Samuel's hammer is so cool. I fucking loved it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
The lightning was cool.
Get it.
That shot of Rand like just demolishing him, I thought was so fucking good.
Yeah,
it might be one of my favorite visual moments from the entire show so far.
Mm-hmm.
So
I agree with that.
I do wanna give that a shout out before we move to book spoilers, because damn.
Shall we book spoilers?
Yeah,
book spoilers. Like the video. Subscribe to all the
things. Get
things.
the fuck out of here.
Do you want to talk for like the next 5 hours?
We're gonna have to do a live stream while we're in Japan.
We might need to do a live stream this weekend.
Too much to talk about.
Just to talk about this episode.
I don't.
Like a book spoiler live stream.
Okay, the Mogideon stuff with Elaine and Nynaeve kind of happens in the book.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah, right.
It's not with Elaine and Nynaeve, but.
Was it not? I thought it was.
No, the first
Elaine...
time that Nynaeve sees Mogideon is in the palace. Right?
No, I know, but they were compelled. There was compulsion.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So like I loved how that scene played out. It is making Mogideon actually a scary villain.
Yeah.
Like in the books, she's kind of a fucking joke. I'm not gonna. Sorry. Like she's I find that like she feels like, and they kind of treat her that way as well. But I feel like she gets.
I mean, it's not really a joke.
She loses at every turn and then gets fucking collared.
Every Forsaken though. Every Forsaken loses at every turn in the books.
I just mean
the Forsaken literally never accomplish anything.
No, I know. But like Mogideon's plans never seem to play out or come to fruition. Like not even like a single time. So I actually I like what they're doing with her here. I think it makes her scary. I love how the actress is portraying her. But I don't know what the fuck Fael's backstory change, what the point of it is. Other than to be like sad. Like we know her mom.
Yeah. Her dad is Davram fucking Bashir.
I know. And her mom's a badass. Like, you know, like
1,000%.
I'm like, what? So that means
her mom fights in the last battle.
Yeah.
On the side of good.
We're not getting her in the show then at all. Like that's kind of disappointing. I'm actually kind of sad about it.
So cool.
I know.
And for what? Like, what do you actually get out of this in terms of her character?
I don't know.
What does this do for Fael?
I don't know. I was sitting there being like, what?
And then her mom was like, hey, I'm a dark friend. You should be too. Like, I don't know. And the tough part about that scene is I really liked Perrin's side of it.
Oh, I love her inside of it.
Perrin
and I
was like flirting and like fucking with her.
Yeah, again, the chemistry between the two of them was great, but I was sitting there scratching my head being like, you mean we're not gonna get... Oh, okay. Okay. That sucks. Like...
I don't understand it at all. It's so baffling. I also... Look, we gotta talk about Rand and the girl.
Well, yeah, I kind of saw that.
Fucking weak sauce.
Why?
Because
you're like, I wanted her to die harder.
No. I wanted the scene of her coming back and it being awful. Him just failing to bring her back to life. Of course, that doesn't mean anything more. In the books, it's the fact that he does it, and it is so horrifying that he realizes that having the power doesn't mean that he should act. They got halfway there, but they didn't actually do the thing.
I have a feeling, because that scene was already so harrowing, I have a feeling that they were worried about going too far. Like, visually for a general audience. Because reading about that...
Then why kill the girl? What does that accomplish?
What do you mean, what does that accomplish? His actions, he did that. His actions with the power and letting it fucking go have consequences.
Sure.
And he's like, he is now responsible for that girl's death, and it's going to start a very long list of names, right?
I was a little confused. When they found her body,
Yeah.
I was confused about how that happened. Because she's not in the scene at all.
I'm assuming she
thought,
collapsed and she like got caught in it.
But why was she there?
She's a kid.
In the doorway where Samuel was standing.
In the door. I figured she was up above and because she was kind of on top of the rubble, I thought that it kind of collapsed and something fell on
When
her.
they first revealed her body, I was like, was Samuel using her body to pretend that he was there?
So.
I found her being there dead so confusing.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
And then they didn't do the thing.
I know.
They did I'm going to try really hard and it doesn't work, which is just a completely different thematic thing from what happens in the books.
Yeah.
And look, I get it. It would have been really harrowing.
But
that's the fucking point.
I know.
It's one of the biggest moments from that book.
Yeah.
And they did a half version of it.
Yeah.
Where he's now sad. Look, I agree that, I'm not saying that there's no point in him feeling like he is responsible for her death, right? I get that. But you completely miss that he does have so much power that he can do unbelievable things, but maybe those things, that the act of creation is sometimes too far too.
Mm-hmm.
And so you miss out on half of the metaphor. And so you only get the guilt-ridden part. You don't get the lesson.
Yeah.
Because there isn't really a lesson for him in that. I get, but he is responsible for that girl's death, and he's going to feel bad about that. He's going to be responsible for a lot of people dying in this series.
Yeah.
He's going to be a general leading armies to war. That is going to happen. The lesson of this scene isn't that people are going to die because of him.
Yeah.
There's nothing he can do about that. What he chooses to do with his power is what he has power over, and that's the lesson of this moment, and it's just not in the show.
Yeah.
He just funnels a bunch of power into her, and she doesn't come back. And so it's just not the point of it. The point is kind of missing.
Yeah.
And so in adapting the books, which I think this episode really took a step back on.
But then also talked about the power in a way that was closer to. It was very strange. We were really
I did like that.
We were really on all sides of the fucking spectrum for in terms of adhering to the books.
And so look, I get it. If you're a show only watcher, that scene is very emotional.
Yeah.
Because it's an emotional scene.
It was.
But if you've read the books, that moment means more than emotion. It is such a tangible lesson that has such an impact on the story. And that missing for me was a big disappointment. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, I do hear you.
It pulled me out of the emotion of the moment because I was like, oh my God, we're going to get the thing that I've never seen done before. And instead we got a scene that I've seen done before.
Yeah.
And this is one of the problems with it, right? There are things in the Wheel of Time in those first 6 books that blew me away because I'd never seen. They were genuine fantasy moments that I'd never seen before.
Yeah.
They were completely new to me.
Yeah.
And I read a lot of fantasy. I've watched fucking every fantasy. You know what I mean? I am in this community, right? This is my fucking shit. Don't bring up all the shit I haven't read. I know. I'll get to it. But I want to see the moments that I've never seen anything else do brought to life.
Yeah.
I don't want to see them stripped down to the version that every other generic fantasy thing does.
I think that's fair.
And look, the emotions were well played. Josha played the scene right.
Yeah.
The technical elements of the scene were done very well, and the emotions were correct. But it's just I've seen that scene in other things.
Yeah.
I haven't seen the funneling so much power into someone that they come back to life, but it is so awful.
Yeah.
That you know to never try again.
Yeah.
That's the unique thing that's the unique thing in that scene in Wheel of Time that stuck with me.
Mm-hmm.
It's not all the a girl accidentally dying during a fight is so sad.
Yeah.
But that's not what Robert Jordan created in that moment.
Yeah.
And it just is sad to me to see it be kind of turned into something a little bit more generic. Fighting Samael was turned. I think the scene was well done.
Mm-hmm.
It was a little bit more generic. I don't really get the point of any of what happened. Except to end the Egwene fight conversation.
Yeah.
So that Egwene can't be that mad at him because she sees what he goes through here and now they can part a little bit more amicably. But if you're Egwene, how the fuck do you trust Rand at any point moving forward?
Yeah, he's literally in bed with the Forsaken.
Literally.
Yeah. No, I know.
I don't know what they're doing,
And then
man.
that's why I was like, I don't know if this will ever, like, I don't think there was really anything that they could do to make that work for me. And I've accepted that and come to terms with it. And I don't really, I'm kind of like over it already. I'm like, didn't work, whatever, moving on. The thing that I am actually kind of upset about is the Alana stuff. I think that Nynaeve being the most powerful is generic and boring. But I think that Nynaeve being the healer is what makes her so special and unique. And later on, this is book spoilers.
We're in the book spoilers.
Yeah, I'm just double checking. When she heals the madness, it is like she can do what nobody else can do. And then you have these two girls who have never had a lick of training their entire lives walk in and heal Alana. Like the reason that the Yellows are so I mean, they're one of the smaller Ashas, right? You have to know how and study how the body goes back together.
Yeah.
Where muscles go, how they attach, where bones are supposed to be set. Like, it's not just like a thing where you can be like healed, right? It's so much more complicated than that. And
but they've made it lay on hands.
I know.
They've D&Dified the healing of this. It's like you just cast Cure Wounds and it cures whatever wounds.
And I was sitting there being like, no.
Yeah.
What are we doing? Like, you've taken away one of the coolest parts of the One Power and one of the coolest parts about one of our main characters, Nynaeve, and kind of like shit all over it. For no real payoff, you totally could have had Bode and her sister, I don't even remember the other girl's name, you totally could have had them be really fucking good at something else. Like there could have been another moment.
Then they can't pincushion Alana in the previous episode. And this is where the like trivializing the violence is starting to get and I said it at the end of the last episode.
I know.
We can't just keep stabbing everybody.
I know.
But we can if everybody can heal.
I know.
If healing isn't this hyper-specific thing that is actually really fucking hard to do, so much so that the Yellows who've been studying for 3,000 years know almost nothing about it because it is one of the most dangerous and hardest weaves because you can fuck up so badly.
Yeah.
Once you've trivialized that down to, all right, how many arrows? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You're good. That once it becomes that,
I know.
it just kind of.
I'm like really like upset about that one, and I still did love the episode. Like, I really liked the episode, and I loved moments of it. Like, I do want to be very clear about my feelings on that. But this is like really getting to me. I cannot fathom why they would water this down like this for no reason. Like there's not even like a fantastic emotional payoff or something with the girl or like anything like that. It's just so that they can fucking heal her.
Well, and can I add something to that?
Yeah.
The fight scenes aren't good. So, like, if the point of it is that they want to have more fight scenes...
Avienda, there was a couple good moments,
but why does she have fire swords?
Couldn't tell you. No idea.
Why, like,
no idea.
Of all the characters to wield fire swords...
I couldn't tell you.
No, but here's my problem. The Alana fight wasn't, like, shot... It wasn't particularly well shot. So if the reason is because you want the spectacle of the fight scenes,
then the fights
why
have to be
isn't there more
immaculate.
love put into them?
Yeah.
Why aren't they cooler?
Yeah, if
why
that's
aren't
the
they
goal.
better shot and more interesting and dynamic? Like, why are we dumbing down the magic system to justify just everyone getting stabbed in these sort of erratic, choppy combat scenes that don't really pay off much?
Yeah.
Like, also, Dane, also stabbed, also fine somehow.
Yeah.
Like, these characters are just fine.
I know.
All the time. And I get that, I know, I complained throughout all of book club that the heroes are never really in any danger and it's the series is too
They're
safe.
Still never in any danger because everyone is always fine all the time.
But the books have the benefit of being like 6 months ago, Perrin was stabbed. That was last book. You know what I mean? That was weeks ago. We are healing on the road. There are genuine problems. The show version of it is that like all episodes are frequently single days, even though they don't need to be.
I know.
They don't need to have been in Tanchico for one night. You know what I mean? There is no clock on this. There's only the clock the show keeps putting on it, which is that like this all happens in one day. This all happens in one night. even like the Perrin Fael stuff in this episode is the same conversation. It just is cutting back to the same conversation.
Yeah.
And so there's this. I don't understand why they're trying to make it seem like everything is happening very fast. When it kind of makes the show feel less expansive.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I don't know. It's so.
I'm just like baffled right now.
Because the Perrin stuff is the day Perrin gets healed the night after they get back.
Yep.
Like Perrin's entire the last 2 episodes for Perrin are the same day.
Pretty much. So yeah, it's the same like
24-hour period.
24 hours, yeah.
And so I don't know how long they were in the 2 Rivers before that, but it can't have been long because I don't think they would have left the girls in the White Cloaks camp for long.
No.
So like Perrin's entire season has been
couple of days.
A couple of days maybe. Yeah. And Rand's has been a while.
Yeah, because he had to get to the fucking
They had to walk all the way there. Like, but again, I don't know. I'm struggling a little bit with the logistics of that stuff.
Yeah.
Because I feel like they could take more time and then heal, like they could do some of this stuff to make it seem like some of it has weight.
Yeah.
But they're kind of taking a lot of the, even though I think the scenes are very good and the acting this season's better than ever.
Yeah.
Elaine's accent this episode was fantastic. I loved the play with that.
She fucking crushed it.
It was so good. And yet it still is like, there's still this like struggle with some of the global stuff where I'm like, why are you, the Fael thing is so beyond baffling to me.
I don't get it.
Because are they implying that Davram Bashir knows or that he doesn't know?
No
that
idea.
Elaine didn't tell her dad? Fael didn't tell her dad?
Yeah.
Her dad's Davram Bashir, right? Or is it one of the
Yes.
other generals?
No.
Am I getting my generals confused? Okay. For a second I was like, fuck. I don't.
It's Rodel Iturralde, Davram Bashir, and Swan's boy. Gareth Bryan, that's it.
Yeah, well, and then obviously, oh my god, from Feldar, he's dead. So it doesn't matter.
Oh yeah, he's dead.
Well, in this show, who knows? Someone might have healed him. You know when he got that fucking, like, spear to the chest that anchored him to a wall? Someone probably healed him.
Maybe. Yeah, I don't know. I feel so frustrated even though I really loved
Because the end of episode 4, we were so in.
I know.
And I'm not going to lie, they are kind of losing me a little bit.
I know. We need to end this video because I'm, like, having a crisis.
Okay. We are having a crisis, so we're going to end the video. If you like the video, like, subscribe to the channel. If you don't, hit the dislike button. Leave me comments down below because the algorithm goddess hungry and we must feed her. This episode, that algorithm goddess is...
Elaine and her hills. That killed me. It was so good.
It was so good. That was very well done. And her realizing, the way she realized was great.
Because everybody's like, she's like,
oh. And then she started, no, but she wouldn't do the around. She just did the and out. She was like, I will present the cleave, but I will not cup.
Yeah.
Very funny.
Yeah.
Well done. Good choreography. If you want to follow us on the internet, you can. I'm at Nerdy Nightly.
I'm at Claris Polaris.
Do something nerdy at night.
Bye.